Everyone has a unique gift, and Mike, the creator of the 1NELife podcast, believes most people don't know how to use their gifts or what they are. Mike wants you to see things from a different perspective and be true to yourself. The 1NELife podcast, it inspires, motivates, and creates positive energy, love, and compassion to all communities. We only have one life to live. Be yourself and live your truth. Add the 1NELife podcast to your playlist. That's the number 1NELife. Available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and your favorite podcast platform.
Welcome to the 1NELife podcast, where we talk about positive psychology while taking care of our well-being and telling your story, because everyone has an amazing story. What's up, y'all? I am Mike M.I.C. Reed, and wow, do I feel good. It's just me today. And I'm just going to talk about what's on my mind. I have a lot on my mind. I have something to say. But now, you guys, I'm feeling good. Feeling great. Today was a great day. It's been a great week. And I want to talk about just the struggles we go through. Man, I've just been hearing and seeing a lot of stuff in the world, especially like most of you guys already know that I work with kids now. Well, I've always been working with kids, but lately I've been, mentoring kids. And just what I see is just wow. But I get it. I was there, like most adults, like we was there. So, we can relate to what a lot of kids are going through nowadays. And the struggle is real. Like, I'm going to title this show, Life is Simple, Not Easy. A good friend of mine hit me up a couple of weeks ago, and I've been saying that for years. Like, life really is simple. It's not easy. And she's been a friend of mine for years, and she hit me up the other day. She was like, it was in her head, but she couldn't remember the exact phrase. And she was like, man, that she said it really related to her that day, and she had to hit me up. But I say that because life really is simple. It's just not easy. And I think we make it more complicated than it has to be. And it's because of our external circumstances that we go through on a daily basis. I think, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, we're going to have our good days and our bad days. The struggle never really goes away. Like, there's no destination that we're all just going to be fine and things are just going to be great, like, sunshine and rainbows every day. Like, that's just not going to happen, and I think once you understand that and you really, truly buy into it and believe it and live it, like live with that type of mindset, that it does get better. I know for me, that's why I'm always asking people, like, what are you doing to take care of your well-being? Well, for me, like, I've been working on my well-being for a few years now. So, yes, I still go through struggles, but I struggle well. I mean, and it's something that we learned in positive psychology, right? Like, yes, we all are going to have struggles no matter what, but we can struggle well. I still have my bad days. I had a bad day the other day, but I know the process of it. I know I'm going to feel it. And you got to remember, like, we're all human still. At the end of the day, first and foremost, we're human. We have emotions. We have emotions that are never going away. We're always going to feel love. We're always going to feel happiness. We're going to feel joy. But at the same time, we're going to feel angry. We're going to feel disappointments. We're going to have all these emotions that we're still going to feel because we are human. None of us are perfect. So I think, like, again, when I ask, like, what are you doing to take care of your well-being? Like, you really have to practice this. And just because you're an adult doesn't mean you stop taking care of yourself. You don't stop doing self-care stuff, whether it's walking, exercising, meditating, playing a sport, whatever it is, reading a book, listening to music, whatever it is, like you have to do something and you have to have things in your toolbox. You don't have to have a million things, and you can't just have one thing. You have to have multiple things in your toolbox because you're going to constantly go through different situations and one tool might not work. So you got to go in your toolbox and you got to dig. It's kind of like a playbook. I talked about this a long time ago. I have a playbook. I call it a playbook, but I have like 15 things on there. I think it may have even grown to 20 over the years. But I go down the list. If something don't work, I try something else. When I'm having my bad days, I may listen to music. If it's something simple, whatever, just like a bad day, I'll start off with, okay, let me turn on my favorite song or something, or let me go for a walk. Let me go read a book, watch a movie, let me just be by myself and just have a Netflix night by myself. I never used to like that, but I'm telling you, it helps. It really does. And I think I've learned how to be by myself now. Much as I don't like it, I still don't like it. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm completely honest with you guys. I hate being by myself. But I do appreciate the times that I am able to be by myself and just have that self-peace when, like, the day is just so chaotic. Like, I just want to go home and just not talk to nobody. Just turn on, like, a show or read a book or, like I said, listen to music, whatever it is, right? Sometimes I even sit in my backyard and have a cocktail with my cigar. I love that. We have to do these things. Those are self-caring things that we have to do. Again, I ask you, what do you do to take care of your well-being? So when we do have these bad days, we have our go-tos that, yes, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to suck. Whatever we're going through, the process is going to suck every single time. But you can get through it. We know we're going to get through it because we've been through so much more and we've gotten through it. And that's the thing. It's just a mindset, like, especially like older people. Like, you got to think about it. Like, I'm 54. I've been through 50 years of shit that I know I can get through it, right? I've gone through 50 years of all kind of situations. Yeah, they suck, but I've gotten through them. So why wouldn't I get through all these other days? It's a mindset, you guys. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start living your life that way. You have to start living your life knowing that, okay, you know what? I'm going to have bad days, but I know I can get through it because I've gone through so many other things. Going to have bad days. I'm going to feel that emotion of disappointment or depression, We don't want to get too far into a depression and go down this dark rabbit hole. And I think that's where, when you do have the mindset of, okay, I know I'm going to get through this. Yeah, the day's going to be bad, but you can struggle well. Like I said, I know there have been times where I've caught myself almost going down a dark rabbit hole. And, you might have a day where that's going to happen. And it's going to be tough. I'll be honest with you. It is. I still have those days where I just want to just be like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I don't want to struggle no more because, again, we still feel pain. We still feel sadness, angry, whatever it is, like we're going through that day, we still feel it. So, and it's rough. I'm not saying struggling well is easy. Like, I'm going to have a bad day and I'm smiling and, no, you're still going to feel it. The day is still going to suck. But I know in the back of my mind, and I know that, okay, today sucks. All right. I just got to deal with it. Like, you just got to suck it up, take it, deal with it. Go through the emotions. Cry, scream if you have to. If you have a really great support system and you have that person you can call and vent, do it. I had a friend of mine that I talk to her maybe once every 4 or 5 months, and we're really close. And I was having a bad week. I think it was last week or the week before, and she came over and we talked till like 3:30 in the morning. And when we talk, it's always like 3 4 hours, like our conversations, because we a lot of catching up to do, but it's also a lot of venting. Like, when you have a great friend like that and a support system where you can call somebody or they'll come over and they'll just let you vent, and she's the same way. I let her vent for a couple of hours, then I vent for a couple of hours, and it helps. So you're going to go through it. Don't think when I say struggling well, I'm smiling through the day, like going through a bad day. It's like, it could be that, when like it's like minor stuff, but when I tell you that you still go through the pain. It still hurts. It still sucks. But when I go through my bad days, I know I'm getting through it. I know it. Nothing lasts forever. Happiness doesn't last forever. Anger doesn't last forever. Your bad days doesn't last forever. Everything has an end point. So I think for me, like, I just had that mindset, so when it comes, it's going to come, yes, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Like I said before, we want to try to acknowledge the pain, acknowledge whatever we're feeling that day, and go to your toolbox. Start going down your list. Find something that's going to, put you in a better space. Find something that's going to make you feel that good feeling that you had on your good days, right? Like when I tell people when they're doing certain things and they're nervous or they're scared, it's like, remember the best you. Go back in time where you was your best version of yourself. Try to find that feeling. And that's what's going to help you get through it. That's what's going to help you, those bad days, be better. Also, something that I do, and I do this quite often, when I'm having a bad day or nothing's going my way, at the end of the day, I'm just like, okay, well, let's stick to the facts. What actually went well today? Like, I know what went bad, because I'm in a bad mood, whatever the case may be. I'm sad, mad, whatever, depressed, disappointed at something because something happened. But again, at the end of the day, sit back and say, you know what? What actually went well? Because something went well. The first and foremost that went well was you're still alive. Let's start there. You're alive to figure it out. That went well. You woke up today. That went well. Did you have a roof over your head? That went well. I slept in a nice warm bed, comfortable bed. That went well. Had clean clothes. I ate today. Like, it's a lot of things, that went well. And yes, these are things that happen every day, but why not be grateful for them? Because it may be a day where that doesn't happen, So something I use all the time is definitely in my toolbox. That's at the top of the list is, okay, stick to the facts. What actually went well today? Because, yeah, I know the days that suck and that puts us in that space. We always thinking, nothing is going right. And I bring this up because I actually had a student that was yelling all this stuff. He was having a meltdown the other day, and he was just like, he hate life and nothing's going well working for him, and like everybody's picking on him, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, wow, it took me and my team like about 10 minutes to calm him down. You just gotta remind people that there are good things that can go right, and it was lunchtime. And, I simply just let him vent for a little while. And after he calmed down a little bit, I said, okay, I understand, you seem frustrated right now. Nothing went well for you this morning. I said, but it's still, half the day is still here. And it's still early to where we can turn it around, right? So I asked him simply, like, what can we do right now to turn this all around? And, he was telling me he loves soccer. And I'm like, okay, want to go play a one-on-one soccer game real quick? So I can go get a soccer ball and we can do that. And he was like, yeah. 2 minutes into it, kicking the ball around with one of my teammates, magically everything was better, and we stayed out there for about 10, 15 minutes having a conversation with him. Now all of a sudden his day is going well, going way better than it was a couple hours ago, going way better than nothing's working out, because now he's getting something that makes him happy, going to his toolbox. That was me going into his toolbox, but I knew that was going to make him happy, and he ended the day great. So, yes, struggles never go away. Going to have our bad days just as we're going to have our good days, but we can struggle well. Like I said, I had a bad day last week, and I've had bad moments still. I'm really at peace with a lot of things, most things that's going on in my world. But there are times where, I still have those suicidal thoughts and just like, you know what? I won't do this no more. Like, again, like when I say that, it's more of, I'm okay if I don't wake up tomorrow. Like, I'm just tired. Like, okay with it. Like, been very blessed with so many things in my life, especially coming from, especially coming from where I come from, the way I grew up, all the struggles and adversities, I had to go through to get what I eventually had. And that's probably why one of the things, like, again, mind you, I've never had a plan, because I had suicidal thoughts. Like, I never had a plan to actually hurt myself. It's just more of, I'm okay if I don't wake up. Because I've been through so much. I've accomplished so much. And it took me so much. Like, it took a lot of pain, going down a lot of dark roads to get everything that I've accomplished. And I'm so proud of everything that I've accomplished. Believe that. Like, I'm grateful, very blessed from everything that I've ever accomplished. But at the same time, I'm like, I know, and those are the decisions I had to make, right? Just by being young, growing up, all the adversities, I made bad decisions. It's one of the things where, I try to have these conversations with the students nowadays is, man, like, you're really one bad decision away from going down this dark path that you don't want to go through. Because I know, because I've done it. Made a lot of bad decisions and went down a lot of dark paths. And I can honestly say that I don't regret it. I mean, obviously I regret, feel bad for a lot of things I did, wish I didn't do it. But I'm very grateful and blessed to have learned the lessons of going down those paths, because it made me who I am. Some things I had to do just to survive, and I don't regret that. I truly don't. But I think I was smart enough to know that, why I was doing it, to get myself out of a hole, to get myself to a better place. Not saying that it's right or condoning anything I did. But I had to do what I had to do to survive, and it made me who I was. It made me smarter. I know that everything, especially like now, like just the older I get, the more I realize, I wish I would have done a lot of things differently, made way better decisions. But, at the time and the mindset I had then is different than I have now. Um, now, I give everything to God. Like I really do. I know I try not to preach because I know everybody has different beliefs and different values and all that stuff. But I'm gonna always be honest and keep it 100. Like I literally give everything to God now. I still struggle with it, to be honest with you. But I'm learning more and more every day to just let Him handle the things that I can't control. Because there are so much in this world. And again, like I said at the top of the show, life is simple, not easy. It's not easy because of the external circumstances that we go through that we can't control, that we try to control. And if we stop trying to control all these things that we can't control, life will become a little bit more easier, especially if you just give it to God and let Him handle it. And that's what I truly, truly try to do nowadays. I think that's why I'm in a way much better place. Because I can't control people. Can't control how they react to certain things. Can't control their thoughts, because our thoughts are our reality. So I can't control other people's thoughts. I can't control other people's reactions to things. I can't control the decisions they make. That's something that they got to live with. So I give it to God and be like, I let Him deal with that. And I can only control me and my reactions and my decisions. That's why I'm in a way better place right now. And again, I know I'm not perfect. I still struggle with it, but I'm working on it every day. I'm a work in progress, y'all. Definitely a work in progress, but I do work on it every day. Just like I work on my well-being every day. I work on myself every day. I wake up every day. As long as I'm here every day, He wakes me up. I'm going to always give it 100. Always. I'm going to wake up and give it my best. That's for sure. So, and I think with that, I found my purpose. I get up every day. I love what I do. I was just telling a friend just a little while ago, before I started the show, is like, I get excited every day that I wake up and go to work because I truly believe I found my purpose and I'm living it and I love it. It's draining because I work with kids, but I love it though because I see the impact that me and my team makes. I see the impact that the staff at the school I'm at makes. I mean, it's such an amazing feeling when you can see it. And I mean, you can see it unfolding right in front of your eyes. And it's amazing. Again, we have bad days. We have rough days. Today was a rough day for us. But we got through it. We got through it as a team. And we still made an impact. I know most students probably won't understand or see the impact that we're making today. But I guarantee you, something's going to click one day. And they're going to remember everything that we did. And lives are going to be changed for the best. And I know it because I see it. So everybody's born with a gift. You just got to find your purpose. If you're struggling right now, if you're going through something, you just got to find your purpose. Find your purpose. Work on yourself every day. I'm telling you, life does get easier. It doesn't get simple. It gets easier. but you have to do the work. You have to. I'm not gonna. I hate telling people this, but I don't like telling people what to do. But you really do got to make a choice, and again, making right decisions. Like, give those things to God. Like, for real. If you can't control people, so if you're struggling and you kind of find yourself in the same situation all the time, you don't know how to break that circle, that pattern, give it to them. Guarantee you, if you give it to them and just let it go and stop trying to control things you can't control, only control what you can, and that's you, your actions, your decisions. Guarantee you, if you do that, life gets a little easier. Yeah, not saying you're going to have picture perfect days and sunshine and rainbows every day, but it gets a lot easier to go through those bad days, going through that process when you give it to him and you work on yourself and you stop trying to control what you can't control. These are facts. These are facts. I'm not just saying this. I'm actually living proof that that's what it is. So anyways, life is simple, not easy. But we always going to have struggles, but we can damn sure struggle well. Telling you guys, like, I feel great. I'm having a great day today. I'm excited. I'm about to go home a little bit. I'm about to go get one of those cigars and have me a cocktail, chill out and relax, because it was a stressful day. Not stressful. I don't want to say if it's stressful. It was a draining day, because working with kids, I mean, you feel all these emotions. Again, going back to emotions, you feel emotions. So especially like me, like, I'm really in tune with my emotions. So for me, I can feel what these kids are feeling. And so when you go out there and you give it your all, like, at the end of the day, you're drained. Like, I was just talking to my boy Carlos, my teammate, about that. Like, every day we give it our all when we're at these schools. And at the end of the day, when we go home, you can tell, but we're all drained, because we do give it our all, because we take in all the energy that the kids are feeling and we pour right back into them. And it's draining. Not going to lie. But it's so worth it, though. It's so worth it. Because I know some of them are going to remember that. And some of them are going to turn that corner and something's going to click. And they're going to live a way better life than what they have right now. They're going to feel way better. So I always ask, what are you doing to take care of your well-being? I mean, it really is up to us. Like I said, life is simple, not easy. We make it hard. We really do. That's a decision that we make. We can't control a lot of these external circumstances that we try to control. So we as adults, everybody that's going through something right now, we have to make a decision on, do we want to take care of our well-being and get better so we can handle these situations? You got to start somewhere. Got to start looking at yourself and taking care of yourself, because only you can make things better. Can't nobody else make things better. People can support you. People can love you. People can add happiness and value to your lives, but they can't make you happy. They can't make things go away. You have to do that. Just like in relationships. Couples can't make each other happy. They can add value and happiness to your life. But they can't make you happy. Only you can do that. Most relationships fail because they're trying to make each other happy, and they can't. Everybody has their own path in life. Couples, they all have their own paths. Now, you can walk alongside of each other and alongside each other's path and make it and go very far. But you have to walk your path and they have to walk their path. Walk alongside each other, add value to each other, add happiness to each other. That's what's going to make it last. But you can't make each other happy. You can't walk someone else's path. They have to do that themselves. We have to make our own decisions. We can only take care of ourselves. We can only choose the path that we go down. We can only make our own decisions, all right? So, with that said, you guys, happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Give it to God. Give all those decisions that you can't control, because you can't control people. Give it all to God. I'm telling you guys. Telling you. To live a easier, your path could be a lot easier. Give it to God. Start taking care of your well-being. Not saying, and this is the thing, like most people, when people say take care of yourself, forget about everybody else. I'm not saying forget about everybody else. It's a balance. Everything in life is a balance. I'm saying start taking care of yourself. You can still help people, but know your boundaries. I still help people. I still care about people. I still love people. I still want to be in a relationship. I haven't found that person yet, but I'm still going to love that person the way I love. But I'm definitely taking care of my well-being first. I'm definitely not settling anymore. Definitely have boundaries, and I'm always going to put myself first. And that's not selfish, because everybody should put themselves first. Because like they say on the airplanes, you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help anybody else. Again, facts. These are facts. It's not being selfish. It's actually being more caring and loving towards everybody. So take care of yourself. Take care of other people. Give people grace. Because, again, everybody... oh, shit, excuse me. Ooh, that came out of nowhere. Everybody has different capacities of learning. Everybody has different capacities of growing and learning. So we got to give people grace. We can't just assume people are like us and, that learn fast, that grow fast. Everybody has different capacities. So if someone is not growing at the rate that you are, you got to give them grace. As long as people are moving forward, then they're making progress. A lot of my students, they're taking baby steps, and I'm fine with that. I don't expect them to change overnight. As long as they're making some type of forward motion movement, I'm happy with that, because it's progress. I don't care how small your progress is, as long as you're making progress. Remember, the smaller steps make the biggest impact. These are facts, y'all. Anyways, that's it, y'all. That's all I want to say. That's all was on my mind. Thank you guys for always tuning in, for always supporting the 1NELife podcast. For me, appreciate you guys. Love you guys so much for that. Definitely still here because of all of you, for all the DMs that I get and the messages that I get about, keep going. And thank you for, the words. Thank you for having certain guests on here that are inspiring. Everybody has an amazing story, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get to all of them, because I got so many more people that's going to come on here, and we're going to just continue to uplift everybody and put that good energy out in the world. All right. Peace, love, and blessings, and y'all have an amazing weekend. Talk to you guys soon.